Hey everybody, it's your old cousin Jack with another episode of Woodcarving Weekly, and this week we have a Carver profile. We'll introduce you to someone you may have never heard of before. We'll also visit with Bob K. He has a brand new blog post all about upcoming events. And Jonathan over at Crosscut Carvings takes us to the Sevierville Wood Carving Show, where we learn about cutter butter. And we have information for you that will help you avoid getting ripped off next time you go to buy a wood finish, and also how to avoid problems when you're carving with the grain, against the grain, and carving up next to a spot where you've already hollowed out. All that and more. Let's get started. So this week we have a Carver profile about Jonas Olsen, who lives in Norway. Jonas started carving in 2015. And he's been involved with a variety of different aspects. Started with pendants and jewelry and has kind of graduated on to making larger sculptures. He has a website too, where you can see some of his works. You can buy some if you're interested. He also has some links to free patterns that he gives away. So I'll have a link for that for you down below. And by the way, all the resources I discussed today in this video will be in the comments section down below this video and also in the video description. Back to Jonas. So about 5 years ago, he decided to start a YouTube channel. Now he has more than 230,000 subscribers. And I'll tell you why. He's very talented. In his latest video, he takes us through the process of designing and carving a fantasy creature that he calls the Queen of Winter. It's sort of a barn owl with antlers. And I'll tell you something, it's amazing to watch because he has a real talent for drawing. You'll see that very clearly when he starts the video and takes you through the process of design and iterations until he finally gets to the sort of character that he wants to carve. In the carving process, he uses a variety of tools. He deals with knots and splits in the wood. And in the end, he has one amazing carving. I think you'll really enjoy looking at his work, his website, and learning more about him. So take a look and see what you think. Well, it's the start of a new month, and Bob K. has a brand new blog post at Wood Chip Chatter. This time around, Bob is sharing a listing of 2024 wood carving shows and events. And you just may find something on there that's of your interest. He has a whole list of shows that are coming up here in 2024. Bob reminds us that attending a show is a great way to find out what's happening in the wood carving community, meet other carvers, maybe buy some new tools or some wood and other stuff. It's also just a lot of fun. So check out Bob's new blog post and see what events are coming up. Well, over at Crosscut Carvings, Jonathan takes us to the Sevierville, Tennessee Wood Carving Show. He has a couple of different videos that he has published, and his newest one features a little demonstration from Allen Goodman. Allen is a master carver, a master knife maker, and now he has a new product called cutter butter. It's a honing compound, and in the video, Allen gives you a demonstration of how he's going to hone a pocket knife on a piece of paper. That's right, paper. The way it's packaged, it includes 1 ounce of the cutter butter honing compound and 12 sheets of paper that can be used for honing on. And of course, you could also apply it to your strop or cardboard or denim, you name it. There are lots of different options when you're deciding to strop. Anyway, Alan shows you his demonstration, talks a little bit about the new product, and the easiest way to get some, if you're interested, is to contact Alan through his email address. And I'll list his email address for you so you'll be able to get in touch. You ever feel like you're paying too much for wood finish? Over at the Stumpy Nubs YouTube channel, there's a brand new video about how to avoid getting ripped off next time you go to buy some finish. For example, did you know there's some tung oil out there that's selling for $150 for an 8-ounce bottle? Pretty amazing, right? Well, in this video, we'll go through a series of different natural wood finishes, oils. They're really sort of mixes with a number of other ingredients, including solvents. The video shows you what to look for when you're reading the label of these different wood finishes, and in the end tells you how you could make your own wiping finish and save money at the same time. It's an important video. You'll probably want to check it out. You know, a lot of new carvers struggle with wood grain. Understanding wood grain direction and weak points in the grain can be really important for having a more enjoyable carving experience. Well, Damon Tallhorst has a brand new video on his YouTube channel where he shares information that may be helpful. Damon started carving in 2005. And like most people, he was carving figures until one day he received a gift. It was a chip carving starter set. And he's been chip carving ever since. He has a website where he has lots and lots of pictures of his work. And also he sells some of his works. In addition to that, he has that YouTube channel. And in the new video, he has a brief, maybe 3.5-minute video where he shows you and talks about some of the important considerations for each slice you make. Things like wood grain direction, slicing direction, and the order of the cuts that you make. The sequence, in other words. These are really important considerations, and he does a good job wrapping it all up in a concise and important video. Take a look. You know, sometimes wood carvers get stumped. Pun intended. Yep, run out of ideas for carving projects. And today I have a story about a carver who draws inspiration from fables that were written more than 1,000 years ago. A theme that will carry him on for hundreds of carving projects. Ralph Cooper reached out to me recently and shared his story. He began carving in 2021, so he's relatively new. After he started, he joined his local carving club in Kentucky and started learning from the other carvers, and eventually he began to focus on carving a theme. That theme is Aesop's fables. Now, Aesop's fables were written, like I said, more than 1,000 years ago, and there are hundreds of them. Well, Ralph has a website where he shares pictures of his carvings, and by the way, I should mention, these are hiking stick toppers that he's carving. Lots of pictures. He also shares his process with you on making these hiking stick toppers. And on his website, you'll also see information about Aesop, who Aesop was, and resources and links to some of Ralph's favorite carvers. So take a look and learn more about it. There's a brand new video from Talo. He's got a little Scotty dog carving that looks like a lot of fun. It's a tutorial, and as usual, he shows you the measurements on the screen and then also takes you through the carving process. Now, this is a fairly small figure, and by the way it's designed, there's a significant amount of end grain that has to be dealt with. Talo uses a knife, V-tool, gouge, variety of tools in the process. And if you're going to take a look and maybe give it a shot, make sure you have sharp tools for that end grain. Enjoy. Folks, I want to thank you for joining me today. We're over 800 subscribers now. Thank you so much for your support. If you really like this video, you'll probably like this one over here too. Take a look at that. See you next week.